In the early 20th century, the voices of Black leaders across the globe echoed a call for unity and freedom. Among them stood William Edward Burghardt Du Bois, the intellectual giant who believed that the African diaspora must unite to secure equality and independence for all people of African descent. As Du Bois sat at his desk in 1919, a letter arrived from London, inviting him to help organize the first Pan-African Congress. His sharp eyes gleamed with purpose as he read the letter aloud. Du Bois: "The time has come for us to rise as one people. If the world must listen, we must first speak together." The Paris Peace Conference was underway, but the rights of Africans and people of African descent were not on the table. Du Bois knew that the Pan-African Congress must make its voice heard. He reached out to leaders from across the African diaspora, activists, intellectuals, and revolutionaries. Posters for the Congress circulated, bearing slogans calling for equality and liberation. Du Bois: "To the leaders of Africa, the Caribbean, and America, the time has come to demand justice. Join me in Paris, for the world must know we are not forgotten." On February 19, 1919, delegates from Africa, the Caribbean, and the Americas gathered in Paris for the Pan-African Congress. Though not as large as Du Bois had hoped, the meeting laid the groundwork for the liberation of future generations. Delegates spoke passionately about colonial exploitation, racial discrimination, and the dreams of a free Africa. Du Bois presented a powerful resolution that demanded self-determination for colonized peoples. Du Bois, addressing the crowd: "We demand the right to govern our own lands, to chart our own futures. Africa's resources must benefit Africans, not their oppressors." Despite the success of the First Congress, colonial powers dismissed their demands. But Du Bois knew that the seed had been planted. He continued writing, speaking, and organizing to spread the message of Pan-Africanism. Through his writings and publications like The Crisis, he inspired countless people, calling for solidarity in the decolonization of Africa. Du Bois writing, "A people united can never be defeated. We will rise, not as colonies, but as free nations." By the time of the Fifth Pan-African Congress in 1945, World War II had ravaged the world, and colonialism was beginning to crack. Du Bois, now in his 70s, joined hands with young activists like Kwame Nkrumah and Jomo Kenyatta. This Congress was larger and louder, demanding immediate decolonization and linking the struggles of African nations to global freedom movements. Du Bois: "Let this Congress be the turning point. The world can no longer deny our demand for freedom. The liberation of Africa has begun." The ideas born in the Congresses inspired the independence movement